Hello, my name is Jeremy Pierce. I'm here to talk to you today about the remote control dozer program that we have here at Nutrien Aurora. This program started early last year with a concept of how do we take people out away from the hazards? How do we make the operation safer around stockpiles, around other equipment, but just people in general, and how to get people, operators out away from mine hazards. And we did this by discussing amongst ourselves how do we apply our principles and priorities, but also driving down to setting priorities about is it a dirty job? Is it a dangerous job? Is it a dull job? As we answered those questions, no one likes doing a dangerous job. Clearly we need to do something about that. And working around draw holes, working around heavy equipment, that lends itself to being dangerous. Is this a dirty job? It can be. If working around mobile equipment, it can be dirty, it can be muddy, it can be dusty. It sets itself up for having sprained ankles or other types of injuries, pulled muscles, or just getting on and off the equipment can lend itself to being dangerous, muddy, and dirty. And then is it a dull job? Is there an opportunity for us to get the utilization up on the equipment? Is there an opportunity for us to help the operator stay focused on what's going on around it, as opposed to just pushing back and forth and just transitioning between point A and point B in a manner that's more effective and less prone to complacency? So we answered yes to those questions. We said, well, what else is out there that we can do with technology to improve all three of those categories? What we found was the Caterpillar Command for Dozer system. This is a remote control-based system that allows us to run these D8 dozers up on our stockpile and in other parts of our plant site, remote control, so that we take operators out away from mine hazards, out away from the draw hole hazards, and put in a situation where we can improve the environment of the operator, get them into a safe environment, a comfortable environment, but also make it less prone to complacency, less opportunity to make a mistake, or less opportunity to put ourselves in harm's way. So we were able to accomplish that with this Caterpillar for Command Dozer system. So with that, we're going to explain to you how the system works and show you the opportunities that we have here at Aurora.
Hello, I'm Greg Meckes with Greger Pool Equipment Company, here supporting Nutrien Aurora operations for our Command for Dozing system. And part of this system is really for getting an operator out of the environment they're currently working in. So a dozer could be in an unsafe area working on a high wall, a steep slope. Here in this case, we're working towards pushing towards feeders, and that has a potential opportunity for the machine to go down into that area. So we try to prevent that hazard by getting the operator actually out of the cab. Here you can see Chris Jones is working on this remote control dozer operating safely from a few thousand feet away. So through the wireless network, we're able to communicate to the tractor in the field and run that dozer remotely. So one of the big advantages of having a remote control dozer system is the visibility. Now that you are out of the cab, we use cameras to give a 180-degree front view of the dozer. As you can see here, we've got full blade view. It's safer as well because the ROPS, if you're in the cab, your ROPS are obstructing your view, which are the side pillars right here. And so we try to increase that visibility as well as nighttime. So that's a major factor there, is nighttime operation is safer now because of the contrast with the lights and the cameras. You have a greater field of view for that nighttime and daytime operation. So another key factor here for safety around the mill operations is having overview cameras as well. Now we have the ability to see here behind me the feeder, excavator operators. If there were any ground employees working around us, we have another layer of protection for safety there, being able to see from an overhead bird's eye view the ground level conditions around them. So another factor for Command for Dozing is the integration of the software on the machine from a grade control perspective and terrain avoidance zones. So here above the operator station, you can see on the top screen, that's our terrain software for grading. This allows us also to build avoidance zones around structures or gates that keeps dozers out of that area. So if a dozer enters into that avoidance zone, the dozer will stop in its place and then it will have to be recovered here from the station or manually out on the pile with an over-the-shoulder console.
So I'd like to introduce one of our operators, Chris Jones. He's been a heavy equipment operator for us for many years and is one of the best operators we have in the remote control system.
Running in remote, then running in old style manual, the dozer action is very smooth, more safer. You push around the ground hole, you just slide off in the hole, get nobody in the cab, and it's a lot more safer to actually run a remote is manual. It's the operator is in the cab and pushing next to a high wall or a dry hole and fall off. There's nobody in the cab to actually get hurt. It's a lot more safer. Actually, the training on running on remote was very easy and simple. About a week, I was real comfortable in running and operating the dozer at a safe manner and being real productive in about a week's time. On remote, you do not get jerked around, no injuries to your neck, you're not jerked around, bouncing around. Your back is more safer sitting on remote than it is manual. Your cab, your chair is smoother. You just sit in a nice comfortable recliner, laid back, pushing at a smooth atmosphere. You got an air conditioned, cool room. You're not in that hot cab with the sun beating through the glass on you. You actually can see all around the actual equipment, forward and reverse, different angles that you hide them when you can't see in the cab. You can see on cameras all around you at 360 degrees. I have remote control all day long versus out there getting beat up on the old style dozer where you actually get your back beat up, your head banged around, your neck sore, whiplash. Sitting here, I could drink me a cup of coffee and won't spill a drop.
As we move forward, this is just a start for what we're doing with technology.